Hi, it's Kamon Reynolds. This Beesuit is getting a personality of its own. It has so much grime and dirt. It does get washed with regular soap. We take the hood off of the suit and wash it according to the instructions. However, over the last 2 or 3 years, I've just built up so much grime and mildew stains and whatever. And we have to wash them a lot because we soak through our Beesuits. So I'm going to try using Oxi-Clean. It's been recommended to me by a couple beekeepers, some of them on YouTube. I don't know if it'll work. This is not a promotional thing for Oxi-Clean. If it works, great. Maybe you'll like to use it. I don't know if it even works yet, but we're going to find out. I've saved Laurel's Beesuit, which is in a similar shape as this one, and we are going to, if this works good, we're going to do it to hers, and then if it doesn't work, I've got another product in mind that I'm going to try. You can see down in here we have the Oxi-Clean. It's 4.5 gallons of water, and they say to use about this much for that much water. So I may got a little heavy-handed with it. There's nothing else in here but water and this Oxi-Clean. It does have a little bit of scent added to it. It's the traditional type, but it does have a little bit of scent added. It's not really bad though. I've tried it on some clothes to see, because that's one thing. You don't want to have your Beesuits, or even the clothes that you're wearing underneath your Beesuit, or deodorants that you use, smelling really strong. A lot of new beekeepers don't know this, but those scents can sometimes be really off-putting to the bees. They can smell so much better than we can. So let me tell you, if you can smell it, they can really smell it. However, in the summer we smell like sweat. So let's throw this in here. They say to soak it for about 6 hours if it's a stained jersey, and I dare say this has probably seen more use than a high school football team's jersey. But we're going to throw it in here, and make sure you get everything out of the pockets. I've done that before and left them in. And whew, you can already start seeing a little bit of this stuff come off of here, but once we pull it out, I'm going to let it soak overnight in this warm water, and then we are going to just run it through a rinse load in the washer, and see. Then we're going to bring it back here in the same lighting, and you'll be able to see how well that works. So hopefully it'll do a good job. Wow, look how dirty this water is getting already. Oh my goodness, maybe we should have washed it with regular soap first, but this will be interesting to see. I think I'm going to come down here maybe once or twice when I pull it out and do the follow-up video, and just kind of agitate it a little bit and kind of work it in good. I think that would help quite a bit. Wow, that's gross. Laurel said it was time, and I asked her if we could maybe wait just a little bit, and she went. And I knew what I had to do. So here's the video. We'll see you in the next shot. It's the next morning. I've agitated it twice. The only other thing that I did to the Beesuit is I stuck it into the washer and did a rinse cycle so that we could get any debris or any of the Oxi-Clean off of the Beesuit. And the nice thing about the Oxi-Clean is it really doesn't smell. That's good, because I don't want my Beesuit smelling. But look how much lighter this is. You can still see there's several stains in the front where it gets the most abuse. I'm going to see if I can't figure out something to make that a little bit lighter. But still, you can just see how many shades lighter this is, especially in the areas where it doesn't get as much abuse. And it looks a whole lot cleaner, that is for sure, inside and out. And the hood also looks much better. However, I did not throw this in the washer on a spin cycle. You don't want to do that with your veils, especially. Well, follow the label on your Beesuit, but I always remove the hood and I hand wash that. So it was down in there. This jug filled with water set on top of both of these. I agitated it twice, and as you can see, it did a good job getting all that filth out of there. It's like 30 shades darker than it was when it went in, the water anyways. And this just helped keep it submerged. And once I threw this in the washer on a rinse cycle, I just had to take this up into a sink and just kind of get the Oxi-Clean and any of that debris out. And now I don't run my Beesuits through a dryer. These are both still damp, and we are going to sit these outside and make sure that they get dry in the sun. So hang them on a clothesline, something like that, and that'll also help get rid of some of that smell, get some natural smell in there. But this did a pretty good job. I really am pleased with how much lighter it is. I'm not, plugging Oxi-Clean. I'm going to be trying something else out. I'm just looking for different ways to keep my Beesuit looking nicer. There's a saying out there that you shouldn't trust or learn from beekeepers that have white Beesuits. But, I like my Beesuit looking clean. Laurel says it needs to start looking cleaner. And I'm trying to start doing what she says better, so everyone will be happier. 10 years of marriage, I'm starting to get the hang of it. Anyways, in all seriousness, even though that was pretty serious, I'm just going to try out a couple different products. Make sure you follow the label. You don't want to beat up your Beesuit. This is an Ultra Breeze jacket, and I don't know if there is any other companies out there, but if you know of a company that makes them in the USA like Ultra Breeze does, let me know. I'm always big on promoting US made products. You do pay a little bit more for this, but you get what you pay for, and the value is really good. I have wore this thing, and it takes a lot of abuse, and it has done really good. The only issue I've had is I've got a little hole in this pocket right here. However, I caught it on something extremely sharp, and I just used this thing like crazy. One other thing about this suit that, this is just kind of a tidbit on the side, is because it has nice quality zippers, but since it's metal, you can get a little bit of propolis, and you can get a little bit of corrosion on this as well from the salts from your sweat and other things. You can get some product and lubricate that zipper. That's one of the things that you don't want to do, is wear out your zippers, because it only takes messing up one of those little pieces, and now you've got a Beesuit that won't zip up correctly. And a lot of times what damages them is if you don't hook it on something, it's you forcing it up and down trying to make it go somewhere where it can't. And a little bit of lubrication, you can find that online, Amazon, that kind of stuff. But anyways, I just wanted to do a little bit of a video. I figured I was going to do it anyways. Might as well share it with you. Maybe it'll help you lighten up your Beesuit. If you have any suggestions, though, on a product that you have used that you think works as good as or better than this, leave it in the comments below. And I appreciate you watching our video. We'll see you next time. Someone turn that darn alarm off! Who left the alarm on the washer? Ugh, if Kathleen only knew what we were doing with her pink toy tub. It's the only one I could find. I don't know, that looks like it's lightening up to me. Maybe it's just the sud. We'll see how it works. Boy, that's still rough.